Hello and welcome to the second Felicity Crafts Special crochet. So hopefully now you are happy with a chain. So you have done a foundation chain. If you haven't got to that stage, you need to look at the other video first so that you get to a chain. You don't have to be perfect at it, you can keep practicing, but just get it so you're happy with that hold in your left hand that we talked about last time, and have a little practice again before you get there. Okay, all we need today is our hook and one colour. We will be changing colour tomorrow, but not yet. So to start with, we're just going to go, remember what we're making is a granny square, and we are going to do the central part of our granny square today, just the first ones, and this is the first proper crochet stitch that you're learning, a treble. I'll see you on the other camera so that we can have a go. So hopefully you're happy now with the slip knot and the chain when you've come back to this one. This time make sure that this tail is not too long. Cut it if it is, because we're going to incorporate that now in what we're doing. So because I am doing that, I tend to just pull over that first one. So you'll notice I didn't do the wiggly hand thing this time. I'm just going to pull that one over and pull it like that. I'll do that again for you. Pull it over with my hand and just pull that one. And that's just so that you've got that tail incorporated. Now at the same time as doing that, and you might need to practice that, I want you to count. We did 2, okay? And then we're going to go back to holding it properly and we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 6. Don't worry that it looks a bit lumpy down here because you had an extra bit of yarn in there. Don't worry about it. We need to chain 6. Now we need to count to see whether or not we've got 6. I'm going to take my hook out of there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you find you haven't got 6 equally going along there, pull it out and start again. Make sure you have got 6. Sometimes when you pull it out you can end up with a bit of a knot at the end there, and that's fine, just chuck it out. You know how to start again. Making mistakes is actually the most important thing so that you can just keep starting again and doing it. Mistakes are so incorporated in crochet. So we're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then check we've got 6. It's not the end of the world to do that. We're just doing a round 6. Now we are going to be making our loop. So you're doing this central part here, and we're going to take the end of the bit that we've just made here, and we're going to go into it like that. So just focus. Oh, I'm going to take that out of your shot for a minute. Focus on that. So instead of carrying on chaining now like we were doing, we finished chaining, we're going to find the beginning, put the hook through, and then do the same thing. Hook over. Oh, I've got 2 loops on there now, and I'm going to pull through both of them. And now I've got a little loop here, and I'm going to push my finger through that loop. I'm going to cut that bit off because we don't want an extra bit hanging around, but don't panic too much about that if you have an extra bit. It's just easier for you to see. I've got a little ring on my finger now. I'm going to take that out, just put it down for you so that you can see that there is a little ring in there. Now I want you to put your finger through it. I want you to shove your finger through that so that you can make sure you have got a hole, a loop like that. It'll go on your finger. Depends on the size of your finger as to it going inside there, but that's what you want to do because you want to be able to see where the center of that is. Okay, I'm going to just go back and make absolutely certain that you're happy with that because it's important to get to that bit of the loop. Now when you look at a granny square, you can't see anything that looks like the chain you were doing because that chain is going to be hidden in here. But this is what you're creating. You are creating that hole in the middle right now. And then you're going to make something which looks recognisably like crochet when you do this. So we're going to do that. We're going to get our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go back into the beginning and then we're going to pull it round. We're going to shove our finger through so that we're happy. We know that we've definitely got a hole, and now we're going to start. So again, holding it properly, we're going to do 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. We're going to stop and make sure we're looking at that we're happy. So we had a loop and now we're going up. I'm putting my finger in there so you know that we've still got a loop, and now we've got 3 coming up, and that is our first stitch here. We're coming out and that's our first stitch. Sometimes it might be easier to see on the 2-colour one. So you've now come out here, you've made a circle and you've come out here. And now we are going to do our very first crochet stitch, which is called a treble. Okay, and this is a bit complicated, okay. We're going to go yarn over hook, and this time we're going to go into the loop there. Okay, yarn over hook and pull it right the way through. I've got 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over hook, and I'm going to pull it through 2 of them. Yarn over hook, and I'm going to pull it through 2 of them, and I've created a stitch. Now that's complicated, isn't it? That stitch is going to move up next to the other one. So I'm going to do it again, and this is something that you're going to have to do again and again and again for practicing. I'm going to move us a little bit closer so you can see. I'm still holding it in my proper way, just like I was before. Yarn over hook, okay, and this is probably the hardest bit. Go down inside your loop and pull your hook out. Yarn over hook again, go down into the loop and pull it out. And I have 3 on there. If you don't have 3 on there, you need to pull it out and start again. 3. Yarn over hook, and I'm pulling it through just the first 2. Yarn over hook, and I'm pulling it through the other 2. Always going back to just having 1 on there. And that has created my stitch. So that was the original 3 chains that we did. That's our first treble, and that's our second treble. This is where we are with this one. I might just show you on the light blue one actually. We've come out, we've done 1 there, and we've done 1 there. So now we have a corner, and the corner is 2 chains. 1, 2. Okay. Now I'm going to create the next set of stitches. Push those stitches up together so that you've got a nice big bit of loop that you can still see. Yarn over hook, down into the centre. Yarn over hook and pull through. 3 loops. Yarn over hook, pull off 2 of them. Yarn over hook, pull off 2 of them. That's our next treble. Yarn over hook, down into the centre and pull it through. Yarn over hook, pull through 2. Yarn over hook, pull through 2. Now we have 2 trebles there. 1 there, 1 there. Yarn over hook, pull through the centre. 3 stitches. 3 loops. Yarn over hook, pull off 2, yarn over hook, pull off 2. 1, 2, 3 stitches and a corner. 1, 2, 3 stitches. So I'm ready for a corner, and our corner was chain 2. I'm going to pause to wriggle those ones up next to each other. I'm just going to put that down so that you can see what we're creating. You've created 3 stitches and a corner, 3 stitches and a corner. 3 stitches, you can't see the corner because it's hidden. 3 stitches, corner. 3 stitches, corner, 3 stitches, corner is what we're going to do next. Yarn over hook, down into the centre, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, down into the centre, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, into the centre, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, 2 off. Look back, 1, 2, 3. So I'm ready for a corner, chain 2. Wiggle them along. Yarn over hook, down into the centre, pull it right through, 3 loops, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, down into the centre and pull through, 3 loops, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, down into the centre, pull through, yarn over hook, 2 off, yarn over hook, 2 off. Have a look. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. That's my last corner. 1 corner, 2 corners, 3 corners, 4 corners. Now, we did 3 chains at the beginning. 1, 2, 3. I'm going back into the centre of that top one, pulling through 1 loop, pulling through the other hoop, and I have got myself a square. It doesn't look too square yet because it's going to be stretched as we do the other one. If yours looks a little bit circly, don't worry, that will happen as we go out. Okay. If you keep practicing until you have one that just looks like that with those 4 stitches like that and 4 corners, you have done fantastically well, because that is so much learning. You are now crocheting. That treble is the building block of every single thing you do, whether it's a giant amount of crochet or a tiny amount of crochet. That is what you need to do. If it takes you weeks to practice that one before you come back to episode 3, that is absolutely fine. When you do get to the end of that, don't cut it off. Keep it like that. I just pulled it a little bit so you could see it, but it should be like that on your hook, and then put that away until you come back to episode 3, because I want you to be at that stage for the next one. Don't do any cutting and taking it off. We don't want that. We want it just to be there. We have created the centre of our granny square, and then we are going to go out. Now, if you wish to have an idea of writing your own pattern or of reading patterns, I want you to write this down, because this is what we have done. Chain 6, form a loop, chain 3, 2 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles, chain 2, join. If you write that down, it sounds like a foreign language, but eventually you're going to get it. Don't worry, because I'll have written it down for you at the end of this. But if you want to write down what you're doing as you go along, that might just help you to learn that magical art, which is reading a crochet pattern. See you for episode 3 soon.